Bebosh over here. Ah, mugwort. Brother Matthew has a soft stomach, so we make quite a bit of it into cakes for him. Okay. And then over here, Dorth. Ah, yes, I need to take that jar up to the abbey. What is it? An ointment for the abbot, made with Dorth. Oh, that one. It's for his scabies, I think. Scabies? I don't know. I'm always making it. He uses a lot of it. And Bertram over here. Oh, you should take some of this before you go into the cities, Andreas. It's feverfew. It clears the phlegm on the head quite effectively. Oh, that stuff, it's gross, but Sister Gertrude makes everyone at Kiersau eat it. And you've been well because of it. Honestly, I think we could do with a bit more of it in our meals. Ugh. I have no idea what that is. Then we have hydromel here, or hydromel, which is, what is hydromel? Or how is it called in English? I don't know how it's called in English. I know what it is. Don't spill that one. I just made a new batch of hydromel. Hydromel? Yeah. So it's very full. So it's basically it's honey water. But what is it? What is it? What else is it? I think it's honey and like wine or beer or whatever. We use it as a base for many remedies, so I'm always making more. It's fun to drink too, says Margaret. Much nicer than the wine we have at supper. And then we have dill over here. What is in that one? Asks Gaspar. Dill. Very good when the cows are ill, but a bit much for us unless cooked. And then we have woad here. You'll like this one, Andreas. It's woad. Oh, that creates the most exquisite blue ink. I didn't realize you grew it here. We have a small supply, not for ink, though. Brother Adok can't hold a quill as steady as he once could. I make an ointment with woad that helps his palsy. An ointment does. That's interesting. In Mandragora. I'm picking it up, apparently. Yes, he definitely picked that one. That's Mandrake, I think. I'm just trying to examine. Let's go with the Brackwurz. Oh, yes, that reminds me. I'll need to make some more Tithimal salve soon. I'm not familiar with this herb. I'm not surprised. You're a healthy man, Andreas. Tithimal is used for gout and arthritis and memory problems. Father Thomas comes to get some for Sister Amelie every now and then. And she's the one that's... I don't actually know who... No, she's the one that's... Yeah, that's in the thing. So I can't now read what Mandragora is. But it is Mandrake. So we don't know what it is for now, but yeah. What else we have? We have Bithynia. Oh, Bethany. I'm surprised to see that herb among your jars, sister. You know its uses, Andreas? I know its medicinal uses, but I was always instructed to stay away from it. And with good reason. Bethany can be used for terrible invocations and spells. I keep a jar because it can be a good remedy against such magic when used correctly. Okay, though. What is Mandrake used for? According to Wikipedia, Mandragora species have a long use in traditional medicine, extracts being used for their real and supposed aphrodisiac, hypnotic, emetic, purgative, sedative, and pain-killing effects. Oh. It's the necromancy thing, isn't it? It's the necromancy thing. So let's see. Yes, he definitely picked that one up. Wunworts. What else? Cilium? No, it was something different. Athenia? Nope. Brackwurz. Nope. I don't have a clue. I'm just gonna go through all of them. Deal. Okay, let's hear the hydromel. Slosh. Woad. Nope. Bertram. Nope. Oh, we saw this one already. Licorice is probably not it. Yes! Licorice! Master Mallow, please shake each jar in order and I'll tell you what makes the right sound. Okay, so licorice. No, he opened a different jar first. Yes, that was the first jar. Wundworts. That wasn't the second jar. Start again with the first jar. Okay. Wundworts. And then Mandragora. Alright, I think that was the second jar he used. And then licorice. Yes, that's it. That's the right jar. So you wanted licorice. Wonderful. It seems like it's still sealed. Let's see what is inside. Oh my. What? What is it? That's a lot of money. Brother Gui was hiding all this in the herb hut? But why? Brother Gui is in charge of the treasury. Why would he need to put all this here? I'm not sure, but it's definitely suspicious. I should do some more investigating. Anyway, thank you both for your help. Yeah, we're just going deep into Brother Gui here because we have all the. We're just going in on him. That's probably the money that he's absconded with. So nothing too extraordinary, but still. Matilda, God bless you, Master Mallor. God bless you, Sister Matilda. I wanted to thank you, Master Mallor. What for? You understood that despite what happened to me at the hands of the Baron, you did not condemn me. I appreciate that. Well, the evidence pointed to Frank, not you. Yes, well, the event was still a tragedy, and Otto's death only more so now. I had always thought well of Prior Frank, but forgive me, Master Mallor, it's not my place. I ought to get back to work. God bless you. And you, sister? Yeah, she's the one that was assaulted by the noble. God bless you, Andreas. Sister Gertrude, I have need of herbs for chest pain. Brother Adok is very ill. Yellow gentian, perhaps, or Francinella? Do you have any? Oh my, Master Mallor, unfortunately we have none in the herb hut right now. There is yellow gentian higher up in the mountain, but I recall there being some in the forest as well. If you can bring me some, I know of a broth that should be of help. Thank you, Sister Gertrude. I will set out with haste. May God shine mercy upon Brother Adok. Take care, Andreas. Yeah, I'll probably do that right away. Oh, Zdena is here. Hi. Greetings, Master Mallor. She's just checking things out. Doing the thing. Oh, Sophie. Yeah, I don't. Well, maybe I'll be able to talk to Sophie. Even though. Oh! Master Mallor, I didn't see you there. Are you alright, sister? Yes. I'm a bit on edge today, that's all. God bless you. What was Sophie? What did we get Sophie mentioned? Freaking hell, this connects to something we learned of before, but I forget what it was. I don't know what it was. Illuminata? I'll have to look at my footage and realize that later, but yeah, God bless you, Master Mallor. God bless you, sister. How are you faring? Mother Illuminata is grieved to hear about Otto's death, as am I. The Lord granted me the gift of knowledge in grief, so I will help the sisters how I can. What do you mean? I lost my husband and son before I took my vows, Master Mallor. Lord willing, I can now guide the sisters in their grief. I pray your counsel soothes their spirits. As do I, Master Mallor. God bless you. And you, sister? Yep. It's a heavy burden to take on, but just doing her best, I suppose. Anyway, that is unfortunately everything we can do for the moment. Let's go to the forest, and let's not do the thing that we can do in the forest, which is... Yeah, I knew I could go up. I forget what it is in the forest. Oh, looking for flowers. That's what it is. Smokey. Good to see you, Master Mallor. Yeah, we want to look for flowers. Just here's some flowers, Master, says Gaspar. Close, but not a match to the ones you found. Let's keep searching. Oh, actually, well, we are looking for flowers then. See you later, Smokey. Thanks for all the things. These are not the ones either. Brother Voislav uses thyme in almost all of the Abbey's cooking, maybe because it grows so easily here. I don't know what thyme is, and I didn't know you could use it for cooking. Oh yeah, the shrine of Saint Satya is where the flowers... Yeah, it must be the flowers, because that guy ran away. Oh, that could... Master, I think I see an opening behind these trees that leads to a deeper area of the forest. Could this be where that mysterious costumed figure ran when Otto was murdered? We should see where it leads. It could take a while, though. Yeah, we'll come back when we have more time. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's definitely where it went. And then we have a waterfall here. This might be the flower I'm looking for. What about these, Master? Andreas. Nope, these flowers are red. They don't match. Yeah, but I'm not looking for... Oh, there they are. Oh, no, these are... A yellow gentian exactly as needed. Hopefully Gertrude can use this. Yes. Hopefully Gertrude can. Yeah, some more flowers here. But they are still not quite the match. Which means that we do need to go into that other area. Which is, you know, what I expected, but still. Let's go back to Gertrude. Sister Gertrude? God bless you, Andreas. Have you found the yellow gentian? Yes, I have it. By the grace of our Lord, fortunately these are a fair bit dry already. Yes, best to grind and mix the gentian into a broth, with a few other herbs for calming the body. It will take a bit of time. Come back later, Andreas. Until then. And now I need to pass the time, which is actually, well, I'm just gonna do something. So this just confirms, well, that I'm doing the right thing, basically. Instead of choosing to do things that will take time, I'm just doing the things that don't take time. And I'm not even using the map, which I maybe should, honestly, to, you know, gauge where things are and whatnot. This is the hunter. Our Lady of the Labyrinth. Utilia. Andreas, enjoy the bonfire. Up until the murder, I suppose. They only seem to happen when you're here. What are you doing back here, anyway? I came to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Why? He can't hear you. He's gone. For my own sake, I suppose. All right, I understand that. Stupid, but I understand it. Can't imagine why anyone would come to Tassing unless they were desperate. Do you work for Father Thomas? Work for? I'm his slave. I clean this damn church and I keep his house so I have a roof over my head. Around the time the Baron was murdered, I lost my home. That bastard the abbot took it from me. Now I have to rely on the charity of the church. I hate the church as much as the abbey. I wish there were a hell so I could send a lot of them holy men there. Sorry I asked. You should be. Do you know anything about Odo's murder? No. Why would I? And why do you care? I don't want to see Peter and the other peasants burn down the abbey. Well, then you're talking to the wrong woman. Yes. It would be my midsummer dream come true if that abbey burned down. All right, my mistake. Until later. Fine. She's a very lucid woman, I find. This must be the labyrinth the church is named after. Yes, it is. And here we have Father Thomas. Oh, Andreas, what have you come back to? This is all awful, just awful. I should never have allowed Klaus to publish the 12 articles. This is what happens when common people get agitated by reading nonsense. Nonsense? Is that what you think of the 12 articles? I spoke rashly. There is merit to the fundament of the 12 articles, of course. There is more, even merit in the ideas of Martin Luther, but I am not about to advocate that the peasantry read his works. These pamphlets, these books, can make people crazed, furious. Sister Amelie and I have seen what happens when good people become part of a mob. Here in Tassing? Thankfully, no. It was much earlier. Before we came to Tassing, I was the priest at a town near a Benedictine convent. The town was full of good people. But the good people were whipped into a panic by an educated neighbor, the town doctor. He had read the Malus Maleficarium. It had put ideas into his head. The Hammer of Witches, a treatise on witchcraft published in Speyer, or Spear, in 1486, theologians at the University of Cologne condemned the book as unethical and not in line with Catholic doctrine. Despite this, the book was, or has enjoyed, widespread popularity. The Witch Hunting Manual, says Andreas. The author was driven out of Innsbruck, wasn't he? Yes, the word of that had not reached our doctor. One thing the book's authors and the doctor shared was a contempt for and hatred of women. In the convent, the doctor saw a coven of witches. In Sister Amelie, he saw not a mystic, but a woman possessed by evil spirits, speaking blasphemy. But surely the local magistrate didn't believe that. No, he didn't. But that didn't matter. The doctor inflamed his neighbors' fears. No matter what I did, no matter what I said, it made no difference. They wouldn't listen to reason. They wouldn't even listen to scripture. In the dead of night, they gathered at the convent and set fire to it. Sister Amelie was lucky to escape with her life. The rest of the nuns were not as fortunate. So I am all too aware of what can happen when a mob forms. I should have known it would happen again. This is my fault. You can't blame yourself for this, Father. Why not? I share more than a small measure of responsibility. You'd think that Otto's death would have shocked the farmers into abandoning a hopeless cause. It's only inflamed them. It should have never come to this. The abbot should have known he was playing with fire. And what about Otto and Peter? What about Klaus? Shouldn't they have known? Peasants are being butchered all over Swabia. I just want this to stop before it gets any worse. I suppose there's no good fretting about what's already happened. I have to minister to the people of the town as best I can, given the circumstances, and pray for the best. Speaking of which, I need to hear confessions from the townsfolk. It's a passing tradition after St. John's Eve, in case they got up to any mischief after. That can't wait until Easter. I have to give priority to the locals, of course, but if you want to wait a few hours, I can hear you. You don't have to, of course, but I would be remiss if I didn't offer. Not right now, Father, but thank you. Of course. So that is the clue for us to listen in on the confessions. Where to go, honestly. Well, I do, but, well, I don't. We'll see. We've been to the mill. We have Madeleine. And we have Klaus. Not much. Not much going on here. Central town. Wait, what is this? What's back? Steinhauer house. That's the doctor? No, it's Lucky. Andreas. Not looking good, is it? No, it isn't. I had to find the real killer. It couldn't have been the abbot. You don't need to convince me. Best to get on that, then. The unrest bodes ill. Peasants are about to do something foolish. Why haven't you told them about the secret entrance to the library? I don't always see eye to eye with Peter and the rest, but I don't want them all killed. If they got into the library, I don't even wish to imagine what they could do. The soldiers would strike back and there'd be a massacre in Tassing. I have no choice but to stop them. You didn't kill Odo, did you? This again? I'm not in the mood. Don't you dare stain my reputation any further, Andreas. Odo had a few conflicts, but nobody I'd call an enemy. Get going. You don't have much time. Yeah, sorry, Lucky. Agnes? Andreas, I can't talk right now. I need to watch over Rachel. Yeah. And, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but she's still doing the thing. You know, the birthing thing, or the pre-birthing. I wonder how long Rat House construction would be delayed now. And Werner over here. Hello, Andreas. I can go into his house? Curious. This is his house, I think. I suppose it's his laboratory and things. Balthazar? Greetings, Andreas. You have arrived at the ideal moment. All right, less than ideal considering Otto's recent death. It took place right outside your house. You truly didn't catch anything that would be useful to my investigation? Alas, as I said, Werner and Lenhardt and I were engaged in a stimulating debate when we heard the crash outside. I only saw a figure flee, but unfortunately I have no useful details on whoever it may have been. I hope you find a lead, for I have severe doubts about the involvement of the Abbey in this. Meanwhile, I am drawing close to the final design of my latest invention. As such, I would very much like to hear your thoughts on it. Of course, you asked me to come share ideas. Splendid, I have been devising something most unique. Come. At present, we have a problem. The peasants suffer under harsh conditions. Do you agree? They do not have it easy, no. They toil constantly but achieve little over bare substance. They are then taxed heavily. The peasants grow angrier, hence the nascent troubles all across the lands. It is a dangerous time, so I have devised a tool to lessen their drudgery. Here, take a look at the schematic. Behold, the plough. In front of it, an automaton, man or beast, it matters little, dragging the plough behind it. Have you seen any artificial people before? Yeah, I've seen the Moor shepherds who strike the bell and the carousel of automated magi in the Piazza San Marco clock in Venice. Ha! Father and son Rainieri. An impressive piece of work. So you understand of which I speak, the intricacies of machinery. Gears within gears, symmetric coils turning a shaft system that leads to the gearing mechanism. Controls that are quite complex but allow for it to flow a predetermined path. It toils, so the peasant does not have to. Would it have enough strength to plow through rough soil? The power output may need tuning, you are correct. The universe reveals itself through the minute intricacies of clockwork. There are still a few imperfections to work out, but I can feel I am on the correct path. Tell me, Andreas, what do you think? Be truthful. There can be no progress without truth. Well, there is no way for me to reveal my knowledge of how machinery actually ends up working for working people, in the sense that it doesn't necessarily replace them and their work, but rather just allow them to do more work for the same amount of effort, or maybe even more effort, depending on the fields. We already have ways to harness the incredible strength of oxen and horses, so what's the point? We could even free the beasts from their burden. I'm on a fool's errand, am I not? It is what my father would have said as well. I fear I am a disappointment. Your father is also an inventor? He is, with a sharp mind and a sharper tongue if need be. Why did you leave in the first place? I had to prove myself to my father, I suppose, and maybe... No, my father had attempted to arrange for me a marriage. I did not feel ready. Oh, well, yeah, you were right to evade it. It's a curse sent to men by a most malevolent force. I would have thought it providence, so that no one has to be alone, but with Even on his side. It doesn't feel so. I'd rather be alone. You have not put my mind at ease, Andreas. In any case, there is so much more I have to learn. My inventions have not been as successful as I would like. Why so? I'm not certain. I can envision such designs, but these do not coalesce. Consider the aesthetic. Look for the substance that emerges from the harmony of paints. I'm not sure the sensibilities of an artist carry over as easily. Perhaps. But I thank you, Andreas. I invited you to exchange thoughts, and you have proven most valuable. This conversation has given me much to consider. But now I guess I must return to work. Good luck, Baltus. Until later. Baltus? That's how you abbreviate his name? That sounds very weird. To me, to my ears. But if it is, it is. Just how it is. Anyway. Let's continue looking around.